Hey everybody, welcome to Alaskan Reactions. Here today with Jeremy, getting back to some Sabaton. They put out a couple new videos recently. I missed this first one, Templars, so I want to check it out. Official music video. We all know with Sabaton, it's going to be an in-depth, awesome video that's also going to be educational to us in some way, shape, or form, even if it's not on the first viewing. You do some research after the viewing, as I've done with some of their stuff in the past. It's great. I mean, one of the bands that makes me so happy that I started this channel is Sabaton. There's a few others, Love Bites, The Warning, some others, that just make me so happy that I started this channel and was able to get turned on to these bands. And again, Sabaton is one of them. I had heard of them, but I just hadn't listened to them, and man, this channel forced me to start listening to stuff. I don't want to say forced. I was excited to start listening to different songs, different genres, different musics, and musics. Nice grammar, Jeremy. And Sabaton fell in my lap, and we tried it out, and I just haven't been able to get enough of these guys. So we're going to jump in. It's called Templars. It's the official music video. Let's check this out right here on Alaskan Reactions. Sabaton does not disappoint. I've got to see this band live. Um, I mean, it's like a mini movie with them on so many of these videos. It's crazy. And as somebody had mentioned in the comments, I did read some of the comments before I watched this video. Is like they even credited the horse. Holly the horse was in there. That was epic. You know, I mean, 1300s. Um, just those brutal fight scenes, and these videos make you think a lot, especially the ones that are more a little more modern warfare within the last 100 years or so. Ones that we've heard about in World War One and World War Two and so on. But this, all I could think of was back then. Um, this is gonna sound stupid, but there was no antiseptic or anything. Like everything was dirty. So even if a person got sliced in the arm or in a non-lethal stab wound or something in this day and age is cleaned up and disinfected, whereas then it gets infected, it gets gangrenous, you're losing an arm, you're dying from um, uh, a septic shock or something to that effect. It's just it was so much worse back then. The smallest little flesh wound could mean the end of you. And obviously, what we saw in there were not flesh wounds. Those were full on wounds. But those sorts of things, it just made me think about some of those things. Sabaton always makes me think. What a great band, Sabaton, Templars. I've got to see when they're touring the U.S. again. I wish they were bigger here so they would tour more here. Some of my favorite bands now, Nightwish as well. Obviously, I know Flora is married to Hannes from Sabaton. Same thing. They're not as big here. They don't tour here as much, so it means I've got to get to Europe, which isn't a bad thing. I love Europe. It's great to go there. It's just a lot more expensive for me to travel to Europe than it is for me to travel to, say, L.A. or something like that for a show. So anyway, I've babbled too much about that. Sabaton, Templars, amazing as always. Remember, kindness is free. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Make sure you live it up some. See ya.